Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today I wanted to chat with you guys about a huge decision I made. Let's get started and talk about it. As those of you that do know, I live in the Dallas, Texas area, a suburb of Dallas. I've lived here since 1988. I have not been driving since I've been in Dallas. I did drive when I lived in Minnesota because I lived in Stillwater, Minnesota, and there was no traffic there. Went off to college where I didn't need a car, moved to Dallas, and I just never really drove. Well, I've had many people encourage me saying, Money Mom, we think you should drive. Some of you may or may not know this, but those of you who have been with me, I had a car accident last summer where I broke my neck, my collarbone, my sternum, so my chest wall actually caved in, and I had cellulitis in my leg. Over the last 7 years, especially since the pandemic, the traffic in Dallas is so much worse. I actually have someone that I met recently that just moved here from Chicago that said, your traffic is now worse than Chicago. I said, you're kidding. He said, no, I used to live in Dallas. I moved back home in Chicago. Now I'm back in Dallas again, and I'm shocked. I actually had several people that I met that moved away, one from Phoenix, that cannot believe it. It used to be here in Dallas that you could go out at certain times and drive, and there would be very little traffic, and the pockets of time might be between 9 and 11:30 a.m. and then maybe from like 1 to 3 o'clock, and then anytime after 8 p.m. unless it was a weekend. Well, honestly, our traffic in most areas is basically like a parking lot. I'm not even kidding. If I move sometime to a smaller town, which who knows, could happen, then at that time I will think about driving. But for right now, I've decided to not drive or go back to driving. My husband just takes me where I need to go. It's working out for us. And if for some reason he can't take me or any other reason, like when he was out of town, I just Uber. And it works out good. I actually sat down and figured out the cost of Ubering versus car ownership. And to be honest, depending on how much, it ends up being about the same, because owning a car is expensive. And you might say, well, Money Mom, it isn't if you pay cash. Yes, but one thing that people forget to do when they own a car is to take $300 or $400 a month and set it aside for when they need to buy another vehicle so they can pay cash and not have payments. So I figured owning a car, depending on what kind of car you want, gas, insurance, where you live, the cost may be right around anywhere from $300 to $700 a month, depending on many factors, okay? But if you factor in saving for another vehicle. So I kind of feel like a load is off me right now. I've decided if I'm gonna continue living in the Dallas, Texas area, which that's where I am right now, that's where my home is, I am not going to drive because the thought of it is way too stressful to me. And I have enough stress in my life as it is that right now I work close to the house, which is great. And I can use Uber if I need to. So with my husband giving me rides and occasionally Ubering, that's how I'm going to handle it for now. I will maybe change my mind if I move at a later time. So this is the decision that I'm making, and I'm feeling a real peace about it. And so I just wanted to share that with you because there for a long time I felt obligated to drive. And the bottom line is I just don't want to. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. Please, anyone, I know that a lot of people love to give us well-meant advice and wise counsel, and I really appreciate that. But at the end of the day, each of us need to do what's best for us. And so always think of that when you are getting advice from other people. Think about what's best for your life. That's what I'm going to leave you with. I want to thank each and every one of you for being supportive. I love you, I appreciate you, and I sure hope you come back for tomorrow morning's video. Bye-bye.